Welcome back to Anatomy and Physiology podcast. In last two sessions, we have already seen and revised the name of bones and clavicle bone. Now, today we are going to revise bone which shares its relation with clavicle. So, today we are going to revise scapula bone. So, scapula is a flat, thin bone located in the posterior part of the thoracic cage. It connects the clavicle and humerus to the thoracic skeleton, and it is triangular in shape. Now we'll see the features of scapula. Scapula has two surfaces, three borders, three angles, and three processes. Now we will revise it in detail. Scapula has two surfaces, costal surface and dorsal surface. We know that the scapula lies posteriorly, posterior to thoracic cage. So the costal surface is front side of the bone and that faces the rib cage. A slightly indented cup that supports the subscapularis muscle is known as the subscapular fossa. So on a costal surface, there is subscapular fossa. Dorsal surface is divided into two regions by the prominent ridge that runs horizontally. That ridge is called as spine of the scapula. Now this spine of the scapula divides this dorsal surface into two parts. So these two surfaces are divided into two parts and called as supraspinous fossa and infraspinous fossa. So the supraspinous fossa is a smaller part and infraspinous fossa is a larger part. Scapula has three borders: superior border, lateral border and medial border. Superior border is thin, shorter, and near the root of coracoid process it presents the suprascapular notch. Lateral border is thick and at the upper end it presents the infraglenoid tubercle. Medial border is thin and it extends from superior angle to inferior angle. Scapula has three angles: superior angle, inferior angle, glenoid angle or lateral angle. Superior angle is covered with trapezius muscle. Inferior angle covered with latissimus dorsi muscle. And glenoid angle, which is also called as lateral angle, it bears the glenoid cavity, or it is also called as glenoid fossa. Scapula has three processes: the spine or spinous process, acromion process, and coracoid process. The spine or the spinous process is present on dorsal surface of the scapula. The spine is a triangular plate of a bone which divides the dorsal surface of the scapula into the supraspinous and infraspinous fossa. And the deltoid tubercle is a prominent lip-like structure which is present on the spine of a scapula. Second process is acromion process. The acromion has two borders, medial and lateral, two surfaces, superior surface and inferior surface, and a facet for the clavicle. So here clavicle connects with the scapula. So we have already revised that clavicle has two ends. One connects to the sternum and the acromial end connects to the acromion of scapula. The third process is coracoid process. The coracoid process is directed forwards. Now we will quickly revise muscle attachment of scapula. Subscapularis muscle originates from subscapularis fossa. Trapezius muscles inserts on the spine of scapula. Deltoid originates from spine of scapula. Supraspinous originates from supraspinous fossa. Infraspinous originates from infraspinous fossa. Then there are other muscles which shares its relation with scapula. These muscles are teres minor, teres major, levator scapulae, rhomboid major, rhomboid minor, pectoralis minor, coracobrachialis, short head of bicep, trapezius, deltoid, long head of bicep brachii, long head of tricep brachii. So this was all about quick revision of scapula. We will meet in next session with another bone of upper limb which is humerus. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening Anatomy and Physiology podcast. Thank you so much.